Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. Mumbai cops have received a message from an alleged member of the Bishnoi gang. Actor Salman Khan has been asked to pay rupees 5 crore to settle feuds with Lawrence Bishnoi. Now, this threat comes days after murder of former Minister Baba Siddique, who was also a friend of Salman Khan. Remember, just weeks before Maharashtra Assembly elections, the murder of Baba Siddique, who was a former Maharashtra minister and a three-time MLA, has heated up political climate and has sent shockwaves across the state. Siddique's murder and increasing threats to Salman Khan also have raised some critical questions about the current state of law and order in Mumbai, a city that has been historically struggling with gang violence. So has gun raj returned to Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, with a series of such incidents that involve, that in fact show a nexus between politicians and criminals. Joining me now is Sanjay Pandey, former DGP Maharashtra. We also have Sana Rais Khan, advocate of Supreme Court. We also have Shahzad Khan, Indian actor who has also worked with Salman Khan. Now, thank you all of you for joining me on this show. Mr. Pandey, to you first. These back-to-back incidents have also raised concerns about law and order situation in Mumbai, which is India's financial capital. How do you see the investigation proceeding in this case? Because every day there is some or the other update on what Mumbai Police is doing. So, while on one hand there is some proactiveness, there's also this concern that the gun raj, time of Mumbai is in some ways back.
Yeah, one thing which is clear is that these kind of shootings had stopped for a very long time. And so that happening now is an issue. But as far as the police is concerned, I think they have arrested certain number of people almost immediately. And I think they have recovered, as they are saying, the weapon. So I think from the police side, the investigations have gone on. But what is more concerning is that, as you were just mentioning, the kind of messages, the kind of threats which are being read out on the WhatsApp. Now, that is another angle to the entire thing. And I think there is a very clear technical way to detect as to from where this message came, how it was delivered. So all that, I think the police will be looking into, and that's what I can say. But to say that, the law and order situation, the way you guys use it in the police parlance, law and order generally is limited to, say, public, when the public law and order goes and the public comes on the streets. That hasn't happened in Bombay. What has happened is, yes, there is a sense of fear which is certainly there. It happened in Bandra. So beyond that, I think I would say that the police is investigating and not taking sides. People are scared that this should not happen.
Right.
That's for sure.
Sana Khan, there's an update. We know that 5 people have been arrested in the Baba Siddique murder case, and the total number of arrests now is at 9. And today, Baba Siddique's son Zishan also met Maharashtra minister, and top officials of the police were also present. Do you feel the behavior, the conduct, the investigation by Mumbai Police has been reassuring enough to somebody like you who has worked with Salman Khan? At the same time, you're also a lawyer. How do you see this? Do you see this as reassuring to the people of Mumbai?
See, in a case like this, thorough investigation is absolutely essential, especially in the light of Section 268 of CRPC, which is prevalent right now, because Mumbai Police cannot thoroughly investigate him unless that is relaxed, because that is still prevalent for a period of 1 year. But what is very important to be noted here is that because it's a fact that this gang in question operates beyond the Indian borders and it extends extensively across Indian states while also maintaining ties abroad, particularly Canada. So his capacity to organize and execute crimes from within the prison is of course raising serious concerns. Despite of being in solitary confinement for over a decade, there are instances of his viral video calls or, which demonstrate how his gang remains operational and unchallenged, and also, of course, have secured acquittal in 9 cases so far. So he continues to wield influence. So the security measures in prison must become more stringent necessarily. There has to be investigation whether there is connivance of prison officials, because he cannot run such an organized syndicate without patronage. So this is absolutely essential. And of course, considering the fact that there has been an incident in the past also of shooting outside Salman's residence, of course, thorough investigation becomes essential. And also add why it becomes essential, because it could be an instance where somebody is just using the name of this gang, and actually somebody is trying to settle their own vendetta in the name by using this gang or by using a particular person in question. So that is why thorough investigation, because of course the threat assumes significance, it is absolutely serious. And then, of course, in addition to increased security measures, which like there is already an upgraded Y plus security measure is what I've heard. But of course, law enforcement should increase monitoring of known criminal activities, related to this gang and similar organizations, because and which may also involve intelligence gathering and collaboration with other agencies. This is very essential.
On October
So
12th,
stricter laws is essential.
Right. Shahzad Khan, on October 12th, when Baba Siddique was killed, the murder happened in bustling Kher Nagar, which is Bandra's, politically relevant location. It also represents the city's cosmopolitan spirit in many ways. And of course, he was a man who enjoyed high-profile political, social presence. He was given wide category security. And the fact that culprits managed to break the shield of security, how has that reflected in the artist community, especially people like you who have known Salman Khan, and how does that reflect on the law and order situation of the state?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. See, what is happening is very bad and sad. We are going back to the 90s era, once, for which there was, for a very long time, we were living in peace and harmony. And this is very sad. And now we are all tensed up, perturbed, disturbed, because that the faith that we have in our police force is, somewhere we are, little shaken up by all these things. हालांकि हमारी पुलिस फोर्स जो है बहुत अच्छी है, बहुत काबिल है, लेकिन कहते हैं ना, हर उसमें अगर कुछ अच्छे होते तो कुछ खराब भी होते हैं. और दूसरी बात यह है, जो मेन चीज इस शख्स जो मिस्टर लॉरेंस बिश्नोई है, इनके बारे में जब प्रेसिडेंट ट्रूडो की स्पीच मैंने सुनी, जब उन्होंने कहा कि वहां पर भी कैनेडियन सिटीजन्स को टारगेट किया जा रहा है, ये सब सुन के मुझे बड़ा अफसोस हुआ कि हमारी जो सरकार है वो इनको यूज कर रही है. और अभी हमारे जो पैनलिस्ट है, जो लॉयर है, जो हमसे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर बेहतर जानते हैं, उन्होंने कहा कि उनको जेल से, जिस जेल में वो विश्राम कर रहे हैं, लग्जरी लाइफ जी रहे, वहां से उनको पुलिस हमारी इंटरोगेशन के लिए नहीं ला सकती. तो हमारी पुलिस करेगी क्या? वो जितने भी चिल्लर, ये आप जितने भी पकड़े जा रहे हैं, जो भी है, वो चिल्लर पार्टी है. मेन जो सरगना है, जब तक सरगना हमारे पुलिस फोर्स के हाथ में नहीं आएंगे, तब तक पुलिस तो बेचारी अपना काम कर ही रही है. हम किसी भी तरह पुलिस, खास करके मुंबई पुलिस की बात कर रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे उन पे इल्जामात पहले भी लगे थे, सुशांत के टाइम भी लगे थे, लेकिन मैं जानता हूं कि ये पुलिस फोर्स हमारी बहुत अच्छी है, बहुत काबिल है. यस, ये जरूर है कि वो मंत्रियों के आगे, नेताओं के आगे वो भी बेचारे मजबूर हो जाते हैं, लेकिन बट स्टिल they have the guts to call a spade, and I think they are doing a very good job.
Mr. Pandey, that's a very important point that he's pointing out, empowering the police, because most of these crimes seem to have happened around the Mumbai metropolitan region or PMR. So, there is always this nexus that we talk about, builder, politician, criminal, underworld nexus. How does one break that, sir? And how does one deal with somebody like Lawrence Bishnoi and his gang of shooters who are spread across the country? Are there limitations to the investigation processes here? And what are the challenges that Mumbai Police, which is considered one of the most powerful, potent forces in the country, what are the challenges do you think that they will have to face at times like this?
One of the biggest challenges that a policeman today faces in an investigation like this is certainly the kind of media trial which happens. Why I say this? Because this is not a one-off thing which has happened. It's a very serious thing which has happened. And the fact that we are now discussing threadbare about a particular person who's lodged somewhere else, I think to an extent it may be good for the viewers to know, but police certainly does want to maintain some kind of secrecy when it happens, when such incidents happen. Having said that, now the constraint which you were talking about on the police, let me tell you this, well, the 268 which the lady here just mentioned, that doesn't preclude the police to take the court orders and go and interrogate the person in the jail. and which I'm sure the Bombay police will be doing in case they have a lead to Lawrence Bishnoi having executed this murder. We certainly want the viewers as well as you guys not to jump the gun. I think the
Right.
police, there is a murder which has happened. There are certain people who've been arrested. There is some weapon which has been arrested. Who is behind this? And if it is linked to a particular actor, I think this is too early in stage to really come to those conclusions. I think some of these messages which are also happening are trying to give a different kind of impression to the entire thing.
Right.
This is something which has to be looked into, and probably, as I'm sure you're going to discuss that.
Right. Sana, also in the charge sheet that was filed in the Salman Khan house firing case, there was a certain point that at least 50 to 60 people were also, not stalking, maybe like, keeping a track of Salman Khan's movements every day. And they were also in touch with people in different countries to procure weapons. How does, when it comes to a thing like this, an incident like this, what is your advice to people who are in the center of the storm and also to their families? Because I was looking at how Salman Khan has resumed shooting for Big Boss. There's a lot of clamor over his safety. Some people are praying for him. There's also a lot of talks and conversation on social media on what he did, what he didn't do. How do you see all of this, and what is the best way to maintain a sense of proportion?
Yes, see, definitely, because I have myself experienced this. I have experienced death threats. I've received death threats while I was handling Haryana encounter matter, while I was defending a model. And once I secured her release, she was murdered, unfortunately, tragically after that. So I know what one person goes through when they are receiving death threats. Of course, it is absolutely, it takes a toll on you emotionally and mentally. And, it's very difficult, of course, for you to focus on work. But of course, considering the fact that we have efficient investigating authority, officers, Mumbai. Of course, I have no doubt on the capacity and the competency of the Mumbai Police. And in addition to the stringent security measures that is already being provided, and I would, if in terms of advice that you're asking me, is to, of course, maintain calm in the face of storm and to continue focusing on work undeterred. Because despite of these challenges in your face, like from my own personal experience, what I can say is that while I was receiving these death threats, I remained undeterred and I moved forth defending that girl. I did not back out or anything. I defended and I got her out. Now that is completely a tragical situation. What happened subsequently, that she was killed thereafter. But and I know Salman is also a very strong personality. He will remain undeterred and he will, of course, continue to remain strong. And he's not going to back out because of something like this. And I'm sure the Mumbai Police will look into this affair very seriously. And the actual truth will definitely surface.
Okay. Shahzad Khan, I asked you about what the artists and actors are feeling. Let me also ask you, as a Mumbaiker, what do you think people of Mumbai are feeling about this? Because is this something that is on the minds of people? Is it something that is resonating with people? Or, because elections are just 2 weeks away, how is this issue a potent issue, an electoral issue, or are people, just looking at this as one of those exceptions?
See, like God has not made 5 fingers same, so everybody has a different view on this issue. Some people are happy, some people are sad, some people are scared, some people have a don't care attitude. हर आदमी अपनी जिंदगी में मसरूफ है और हर आदमी अपने लाइफ में इतना उलझा हुआ है कि उसे देखता है, फिर कोई दूसरी और खबर आती है तो then he moves on. But yes, अगर आप पूछेंगे उनसे तो डरे हुए तो है हम सब कि भाई आखिर में ये क्यों वापस एक चीज शुरू हो गई है और ये सब चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए थी, इतनी अच्छी सुख शांति थी अब तक, और ये अचानक क्यों हो रहा है, जिस किसी वजह से हो रहा हो, देखिए वजह तो पुलिस ही जानती है. जब हमारी क्राइम ब्रांच की जो टीम है वो बहुत अच्छी है, उनके सामने शैतान बोल उठते हैं तो फिर इंसान की क्या औकात है, और वो जानती है वो जरूर निकालेंगे और इसका बहुत जल्दी पुलिस ही खुलासा करेंगी. लेकिन इट इज टू अर्ली टू स्टार्ट, एज हमारे पांडे साहब ने कहा कि बहुत जल्दी है कि पुलिस पे हम कैसे पुलिस पे आरोप लगाए. एक वही तो है हमारे पास जो हमारी रक्षा रात बिरात कुछ भी हो, वो वही तो है जो हमारे साथ खड़े होते हैं. तो हमें पुलिस का मनोबल बढ़ाना चाहिए. इनफैक्ट ये कहना चाहिए कि पुलिस बहुत अच्छा काम कर रही है और वो बिल्कुल करेंगी. सलमान खान इस देश के नहीं, इस पूरी दुनिया में का बड़ा बहुत, he represents India all over the world. He's a very famous figure. And coming back to Mr. Baba Siddique, वो भी 48 years से कांग्रेस के मिनिस्टर रहे हैं. काफी बांद्रा में 3 बार वो जीते हैं, फिर एक बार एमपी रहे हैं वो. तो उनका भी एक बड़ा दबदबा था, बड़ा रसूख था. अब इंटरनल क्या मैटर्स है क्या नहीं, अभी एक एक करके सब चीजें बाहर आ रही है. वो पुलिस ही निकाल सकती है और पुलिस को ही बेहतर पता होगा. और मैं चाहूंगा कि इसका जल्द से जल्द हम सिटीजन्स को जो है, ये जो हमारे जो कॉन्फिडेंस, जो मनोबल जो है, वो दोबारा वापस आ जाए हमारे पास. और let the truth prevail, and I pray for everyone and all the citizens of my country that we all remain safe from such
Right.
Gangsters.
Right. Mr. Pandey, in the last few days, also because elections are coming up, we've seen a lot of politicization of these murders that have been taking place as part of political campaigns. What is your advice to political parties to ensure that they show enough sensibility to prevent a situation like this from escalating further, and not just look at narrow political gains, while you're also asking for agencies to, play a very defining role in limiting the fallout of something like this?
No, obviously, a crime in any manner, when it happens, for any political party to start talking about and taking sides either way, whichever be the party, is wrong. I mean, I think there is a law very clear that if your statements are going to influence the investigation, then it's an offense. I mean, you could be probably joined in the investigation. Many of the lawmakers today probably go about talking about this party did it, that party must have done it, this must be the entire reason behind it. It's not correct. I mean, most people should not even talk about this. This country, we are not taking action suo moto on such kind of insinuations. But I think the time has come when these people, be it politicals, be it people on the as civilians, making statements about this could be done, this cannot be done, this would have been the reason, that would have been the reason, is actually immature. And I think some time will come when the action from the police will be taken against such utterances, be it political, be it civilian. My suggestion very clearly here is that crime needs to be investigated thoroughly, and police is totally empowered. They have all the powers. Let them investigate the case. It's just about a few days that it has happened. It's a very sad thing which has happened. I knew Baba Siddique myself. I met Mr. Salman Khan myself. So I can only say this, that yes, the threat is very serious to Salman, which is being, I think the police is taking adequate measures. And what happened to Baba was very, very unfortunate. But I think the city of Bombay, they say Bombay spirit, I will not say that. But this is, I still believe, a one-off incident, and there's not a breakdown in any manner on police shackles and crime. The police has got the criminals downright very easily, and maybe with a lot of investigation, and they will do it. And that's a firm belief, as others also are saying in the police of Mumbai.
Right. My last word from you, Sana. At the center of this conflict clearly is the killing of the black bucks that happened in 1998. The matter is in court, and Lawrence Bishnoi comes from the same community. Every day you see on social media somebody or the other either heroizing Lawrence Bishnoi or basically saying that what Salman Khan has done, he has gone through the process of justice, so he should be not really made to go through something like this. How does one find a balance to this? Because there are legal processes in the country. They have taken place. How does one, outside the cloud, this whole clamor of social media, look at sense and sensibility and look at just legal processes in just black and white, and not really look at mob justice of this kind?
See, rather than publicizing it so much by talking about about either of these figures, make no sense. According to me, what will make more sense is, of course, more stringent laws and more stringent measures for these kind of organized crime syndicates and activities. As I've already stated, it just doesn't, it spreads across the nation, across the several states of India. So there is an imminent need to tackle it in a very, in a very organized manner, with a proper, legal strictures. So the law enforcement should definitely increase monitoring of these criminal activities. That is the need of the hour. And then, creating support systems for individuals who are targeted by criminal organizations, which can also, enhance safety in providing legal recourse, and which will ultimately deter these future threats to public figures, is far more important rather than, talking about, Bishnoi. I mean, of course, I read today that, they're going to write a biopic or a movie is going to be made on Bishnoi. That really sounds insane in the face of, I mean, in light of these recent developments, you're going to actually make him a hero by making a movie on him. That makes no sense. In fact, that just shows that how that, this fascinate how fascinated I mean, shows fascination of the Indian mindset towards these gangsters. This is only going to, of course, make them look like heroes. So I'm definitely against these kind of ideas. Rather, focus on the actual crime, show what exactly is transpiring. Rather, attack and target the crux of it, the core of it, deal with it, and eliminate the system rather than making them look like heroic figures.
Right. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me on this broadcast. Clearly, Mumbai Police have a lot to do when it comes to reassuring people and regaining their faith in law and order in the city. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me on this broadcast. Moving on to some breaking news. Faridkot Sikh activist murder case. Punjab cops have linked MP Amrit Lal to Gurpreet murder case. The DGP has said that crime was executed at the behest of jailed Member of Parliament Amrit Pal Singh. In fact, the Punjab DGP has also said that 3 accused have been arrested, and terrorist Ashdallah murder is the mastermind. Joining me now is Gurpreet, my colleague, with more details on this. Gurpreet, tell us what is the latest in the Faridkot Sikh activist murder case?
Well, this is a very sensational murder case which has been traced by the Punjab Police, and we have seen the DGP Punjab. He has already made a lot of claim during the investigation of this case. He has already linked all the accused with the jailed Member Parliament Amrit Pal, saying that everything has been executed on the behest of Member Parliament Amrit Pal, who has already been in jail. So what we have learned from the police sources, they say this whole murder conspiracy has been executed by the handler from abroad, and Ashdallah is one of the main mastermind. They have already arrested the accused in this case, and during the course of interrogation, they are able to get a lot of evidence where they are linking this case to the Member Parliament Amrit Pal, saying it seems during the preliminary investigation there was some differences with the victim as well as Amrit Pal on this Waris Punjab organization, which is headed by Amrit Pal at this point of time. So a lot of things are being investigated by Punjab Police before making such claims. So let's see how the investigation will be carried out, and how this whole incident had taken place and how this murder had been taken place. They are looking from all the angles, and what we have learned from the police sources also, they may add the name of a Member Parliament Amrit Pal in the case, and after that they will further investigation to find out what type of target killing they wanted to execute in the state of Punjab.
Right.
Back to studio.
Gurpreet, also tell us a little bit about Ashdallah, who, a gangster who's based in Canada, and also what is the Punjab Police going to do next now that they have, they have clear leads on as to what really happened.
Well, we all know Ashdallah is settled in abroad, and he has been executing a various murder through various handles in the state of Punjab. So in this case, we have seen the police says same type of modus operandi they are able to find out, and when they had arrested these people, after their interrogation, they were able to get all these leads, which is indicating how from the foreign land such type of murders and such type of crime are being executed in the state of Punjab. So that is one of the core reasons why the Punjab Police have already trying to perform all the angles to get the leads in this case, to find out if there is some handlers who are trying to execute such type of conspiracy in the state of Punjab and who are on the hit list of such handlers who are already in touch with these gangsters from the foreign land. So all these angles are the main investigation of Punjab Police, because in this case they have already arrested the accused and they are trying to trace more leads to get more information so that they will be able to curb such crime in the state of Punjab.
Right.
Back to studio.
Thank you, Gurpreet, for joining us with those details. Significant breakthrough by Punjab Police. They've solved the murder case of Gurpreet Singh with the arrest of 3 members and also linking of Amritpal Singh, jailed MP Amritpal Singh, with the murder. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. More news and updates on the other side.